Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best gaming motherboards.
Starting at number 5.
MSI Mag B760M Mortar. MSI's Mag B760M Mortar Wi-Fi is an inexpensive option that supports even the flagship class 12th and 13th generation Intel processors. For under $190, you get a PCIe 5.0 slot for graphics, 2 M.2 sockets, both PCIe 4.0, one of which supports SATA-based models, a budget audio solution, and even a fast USB 3.2 Gen 2x2, 20 gigabits per second, Type-C port on the rear I/O. For a budget option, it looks good and has most of what users want in the budget space. Performance was fine in gaming and lightly threaded work. Just note that out of the box with a high-end CPU like the Core i9-13900K we used for testing, it will thermally throttle under heavy workloads at default settings. Ultimately, the MSI Mag B760M Mortar Wi-Fi is the best option among its similarly priced competition. It's the only board in this range with a PCIe 5.0 slot and a 20 gigabits per second USB Type-C port on the rear I/O. Power delivery can handle our flagship processor. However, if you plan a high-power processor and push all cores and threads for general use, you'll want to lower the voltage and/or use top-notch cooling to get the most out of the board.
Coming at number 4.
Gigabyte Z690i Aorus. The Gigabyte Z690i Aorus Ultra Plus has proved itself in our testing to be a well-performing, good-looking, and a cost-effective option in the Z690 ITX space. Priced well at $329.99, it's cheaper than most of the competition, and it includes 2 M.2 sockets, a modern premium audio codec, and high-quality 105M MOSFETs to feed any CPU. Plus it's an RGB-inclusive design. If we look at the competition, we have ASRock's Z690 Phantom Gaming ITX/TB4, $299.99, the MSI Meg Z690i Unify, $399.99, and Asus ROG Strix Z690i Gaming Wi-Fi 6E, $409.99. These are more than capable ITX boards, with the difference coming down to price and your needs. All of these boards include Wi-Fi 6E and 2.5 GBE, at least 2 SATA ports and 2 M.2 sockets. The other boards have additional SATA ports, while the MSI is the only one with 3 M.2 sockets. The ASRock falls short if you compare audio codecs, but few users would notice a difference.
At number 3.
ASRock B760M Steel. If you're in the market for an inexpensive micro ATX size motherboard and won't overclock your processor, the B760 chipset, and the B760M Steel Legend board specifically, is where it's at. It's better equipped, with 3 M.2 sockets, at around $160, and arguably as good looking as most of its peers. If you like bling, the bright and colorful RGBs will light up any chassis, and the EDP port is there for those who'd like to add ASRock's 13.3-inch side panel kit to spice things up in their case. And while the power delivery isn't impressive on paper, it handled our Intel i9-13900K even with the power limits raised. Performance out of the box matches other boards that follow Intel specifications, read, slower than unlocked boards in multi-threaded and long-running benchmarks, but it is a solid gamer. Once you unlock it, you're limited only by the CPU cooling.
Number 2 of my list.
ASRock Z790 Nova. Unlike most refresh boards for Intel's 14th Gen Core, the ASRock Z790 Nova Wi-Fi is a completely new SKU that delivers the best of what Intel's platform has to offer, and it does so at a quite reasonable price. For between $290 and $330, ASRock gets you the basics from the refresh, native 14th Gen support, and integrated Wi-Fi 7, and it's great for users who plan to use a lot of M.2 storage. The black base design with the purple and blue accents fits most design themes, while the integrated RGBs shine bright to show off the board and the inside of your chassis. Performance was good across our benchmarking suite, so you can get the most out of any compatible processor, so long as you have the cooling to support it. MSI, Gigabyte, and Asus each have similarly equipped motherboards with their own merits for buying. Gigabyte offers the fastest RAM support but lacks a PCIe 5.0 capable M.2 socket. MSI's Tomahawk is a well-rounded offering but isn't quite the looker the Nova is. The Asus stands out with 5 M.2 sockets of its own, but with a current price well over $350, it doesn't offer anything over the others, which leaves our Z790 Nova as one of the best mid-range options available for Intel's 14th Gen core processors.
And number 1.
ASRock Z790 Steel Legend. The Z790 Steel Legend is a great option for budget-minded users who want all of the flexibility of Intel's overclockable platform but don't want to spend a ton of money to get there. Along with its neutral black-on-silver appearance and bright RGB lighting, you get all the platform offers, including a PCIe 5.0 slot and M.2 socket, 5 total on the latter, 8 SATA ports, front panel 20 gigabits per second USB Type-C, integrated Wi-Fi 6E, a basic audio codec, the EDP port for an additional monitor, and power delivery capable of handling our flagship class processor at stock or while overclocked. Around its $230 price point, ASRock's Steel Legend is one of the most feature-packed Intel Z790 options on the market. The only real trade-off here is the basic audio codec, which will still be fine for a lot of users. If not, you can always opt for one of the best PC speakers that feature a built-in DAC.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.